Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you're watching this transmission, it is I, Mike Martins, bringing you another very gloom and doom shutdown, retail gloom and doom shutdown. And this is happening where? Down under. So spare a thought for the folks living in Australia, the big W's. What are big W's? Woolworths. To shut down 30 of its big W stores amid retail gloom. Guys, please excuse the fact that there's a bit of noise in the house. I'm letting people work. I'm just not gonna get in there and talk. I talk too much, so I'm just gonna get out of the way. And I want to bring you this story because this is a big one, because consumer confidence is at historically all-time low since 1975, and people are scared to people are rationing on soap, people are rationing on products, toiletries. People are rationing on things that they should have. People rationing on toothpaste. People rationing on all kinds of stuff now because that's how bad it's getting down under. Woolworths plans to close approximately 30 Big W stores over the next 3 years, as well as 2 distribution centers in regional Queensland and South Australia. The move follows a review of the 183 Big W stores across the country amid losses and the budget department store chain due to tough competition in retail history. So remember, guys, online is becoming a huge factor. 60% of my business is online and 40% is in store. That's why I only work 4 days a week at the shop, right? The closures of about 16% of stores will cost Woolworths approximately $370 million and will impact the supermarket giant's 2019 profit results. Woolworths Chief Executive Beebe said the goal of the store closures was to help boost the profitability of remaining the Big W stores. Yeah, so they're going to trim some of the fat and boost up the trim losses, fix revenue, gaps, pitfalls where it needs to be done. He did not rule out selling the Big W brand and said that the analyst briefing on Monday that the company was open to alternatives. But he said that the company was currently focused on improving profitability and struggling stores. Well, with the stores they close, I recommend, if they're open for anything, just those buildings are big. Those Big W's, especially if they're independent and not in a mall, I would recommend to independentize all the stores outside of malls so you don't have to pay the CAM fee, the security fee, and all the other crap that you pay with being in a mall. Independentize your stores, just like Walmart's are independentized. They're in malls too, but you know what I mean, right? Independentize your because you get a lot of sunshine down under, I would recommend to solar panel that entire roof and be like marketing Big W, a green space, Big W, the green machine. Big W once is going green. Solar panel that entire roof. Set up a room in the back or one of those in the storage room where the loading area is. Have one guy once a week to monitor your levels and check off a few boxes, and that's it. And then you're going to save off power. You're going to save off heat, and then go electric heat. So everything's on electrical sun, and make the Big W an environmentally friendly location. But they have to independentize. They can't be in malls. You're in malls, you're paying a CAM fee. Security, you're paying for parking per square feet. You're paying all kinds of different hidden fees that a lot of people don't know that you pay in malls. You think you pay the rent? No, you pay more than just rent. As a foreshadower of half of the 2019 results, while the recovery in trading for Big W is encouraging and 3 remains further opportunity for improvement, the speed of conversation to earnings improvement is taking longer than planned, Mr. Buchanan said. This decision will lead to more robust, sustainable store and distribution center network that better reflects the rapidly changing retail environment. That's right. So if you could save yourself $20,000, $30,000, or $40,000 a year per location in energy costs, shutting down those locations and spruing up the extra dough to do what I said might be a good long run plan, right? Big W saw improved sales on the third quarter with comparable sales growth about 6%. However, Woolworths said the improvement in sales has not boosted profit as much as planned, and Big W was expected to make a pre-tax loss of 80 to 100 million in current financial year. Okay. It goes on to uncertain future of workers. BB said that the company was uncertain whether they could redeploy all affected workers as it did when Woolworths closed the failed Masters hardware chain. The store closures depended on terms of the lease agreement Woolworths has with its landlords, with the duration of leasing being 10 years on average. You know what I recommend, honestly, Woolworths? Not shutting down half, but I know I shouldn't be saying this, but if I was going to restructure this, I would shut down half, take whatever profit is available, and build your own standalone. Pay your tax duty, your stamp duty on your property, build locations. Watch how they build up Walmarts within a month, 2 months. They build up an entire Walmart, from framing right up. Get your own, have your own parking, and then deal with your own thing. And stay away from landlords, stay away from... see, Woolworths could be smart, especially being in Australia. Woolworths could be into the land, housing business, like McDonald's. Anyone thinks they're opening up McDonald's to open a restaurant, they're wrong. McDonald's owns their locations, and that's what a lot of people don't know. We understand that the impact of store closures will have on our team and will endeavor to provide affected team members with alternative employment options with Woolworths Group where possibly, Mr. Bugatti said. So maybe close down half of the existing Woolworths, build, let's say 20% back of what was closed, double the size and more inventory, okay, go solar, and then close the other ones that you have landlords with, and then build a few more double the size, but obviously less than what you closed, and then restructure your employees. But there's lots of ways around it, right? He said that the company will try its best to relocate its staff, but redeployment decisions will be made on case-by-case basis. In this case, it's much more situational specific because we don't actually know when one of these stores will close. It's dependent on the negotiations with landlord, he said. So a lot of people are not renegotiating leases right now with landlords. They're waiting to see if they can get a better deal. And if it doesn't work, guess what? Hasta la vista, baby. That's what happened with Target. They didn't, Target in Canada, Target, they didn't re-sign any leases. They just shut everything down in Canada. We will have a lot more warning as to when it may happen. BB said that he could not give a number on how many staff will be affected at this stage. Big W has 18 staff across Australia, Hong Kong, Bangladesh, and stores will operate as normal until closures are announced. Sorry, my kids arrived, so. BB said the closures were not targeting regional Australia. The mandatory distribution of South Australia will shut down the end of its lease in 2021, and the centre of Warwick in Queensland will close in 2023. Woolworths said it had completed the sale of its service station, the UK-based EG Group, and the proceeds will return to investors of 1.7 billion share buyback. Remember what buybacks? Remember we talked about buybacks here. When the markets closed for Monday, Woolworths shares jumped 2.24 cents to 31.08 a share. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any restructuring ideas to keep some of these places open and keep employment going, comment below. I'd like to know. And for anything else, thanks for watching, guys. And if you want to support the transmission, go ahead and share a video. Thank you so much.